morning. Yeah, this river has been in flood for quite a while, but now it's alright for me to get cranking on again. Finally, after about 4 or 5 weeks almost. It's before Christmas and it's January now, and getting on, it's late, it's 20th of January. And yeah, it's such an amazing thing to be back out there really. It's actually very, very sunny and nice. Look, there I am, sat on the back. I'm not wearing a big coat or anything. It's all good, loving it. The only problem is, it's so sunny I can't actually see at all. Because all the sun, I turn it around, all the sun is just glaring straight in my eyes and all on the water as well, which then reflects up. So I'm going to look off, sit on the side here, chat with you, look off to the side. So this little island on the left here, I've got to stay well clear of. So I'll sort of concentrate on that for a moment. Morning everyone, good morning everyone. Thanks for joining me, if you're joining live, and if you're watching this back. But yeah, this is a journey that I would like some company on. Because the river, it's safest that it has been for a long time, but it's still, you know, this is the first time I've been out for about 4 weeks, so it's nice to have some company and yeah, just keep a watchful eye on my boat whilst I attempt to push it against the current. So just to give you some perspective where I am, I don't know if you can see this map here. So we're in Nottinghamshire on the River Trent, the second largest in terms of flow and volume river in the UK, and third longest in the UK, 100 miles long. But we're headed to one of the 12 locks today at Cranfleet. You can't see it on this map, it's on the other side. Just hoping we'll get there. It could take an hour or so. But yeah, I've written some notes on there saying steer clear of this island. Which I'm ignoring. Come on, get over. There we go. Because some boats have been stuck over here according to locals, so you don't want to get too close to this. This is Dunham Island. No, sorry, not Dunham Island. Barton Island. I've just shown you the map and I've just completely ignored it, haven't I? So we're headed upriver, up the River Trent, and I want to hopefully today get onto the River Soar, and I've never been there before, so it's really exciting for me. But this journey I have done before about 4 years ago. Yeah, that photo is probably taken a few days ago now because it's all clear. It's the thing of the internet, you don't know, even this video if you're watching it back, it feels like it's made today, but actually it might have been made weeks ago. But yeah, that photo of the lock, what had happened is all the river just kept dumping wood and all sorts of stuff, even a portaloo, well, a little cassette toilet against the gate, so you wouldn't even be able to get back onto the canal. So I normally would have gone back onto the canal and not stayed on the river. You might see some boats today. I haven't seen any yet, but because the river, the floodgates that we're headed to today, hopefully, yeah, they have been shut for so long. I imagine a lot of other boats will be itching to get out. I might be wrong, because it's Friday, you know, people could be working or whatever, busy doing other things, but a sunny day like this, no wind, perfect. The River Soar warning's already coming through. Yeah, I've heard a lot of those. You're not going to, you know, it's good to be careful, isn't it, to know what challenges are coming ahead. But, I like that emoji, the pink glove emoji. I've not seen that one. Right, I don't know if you can see, there's a sign here in the middle of the water, and that's just to tell boats coming the other way to watch out for the island on the left here. And the sign is just there. You get a real perspective of how much flow is on the water when you're passing that. Yeah, I've got to go and pick up my truck after this. So that can be done in the dark, and there's no time scale on that. Or I could, leave it till tomorrow, but I probably will get it today. I feel a bit nervous saying all that, because if you were watching this and you knew where my truck was, you could go and steal it, couldn't you? Morning everyone. Welcome to this live cranking it on the river. Come on. Finally, after 4 weeks of basically doing nothing, and working on other projects, of course, but I just went to the physio yesterday, complaining of a bad back. What's new? Everyone's got a bloody bad back. And he gave me some exercises, and I feel much better now, but it just shows you don't move around enough, you just seize up, don't you? And I'm learning that. I'm 40 now, so I'm starting to learn that my body's got limits. But I'm still young, and I'm still, doing what I can. But yeah, I've been out of action, and I'll let myself go, guys. I've been enjoying Pub of the Week a bit too much, so I went to the physio's yesterday, and he was like, "So, what hobbies have you got? Apart from drinking beer?" I was like, "What are you talking about?" Cheeky bugger. But maybe he's got a point. I've got a little bit of a middle-age spread coming, so I need to get exercising again, and now I can, now that I'm on the move. Look at that. It's not a murmuration, but it's a hell of a lot of geese there just flying ahead of us. I don't think you could have seen that. A couple of them coming our way. Woo! Love that. But yeah, I do love the pub, so it's difficult, isn't it, to keep fit and also enjoy your hobbies. And yeah, I know I've got many years to come where I can complain even more about having a bad back. But I've been given some really good exercises to do, and I'm sure some of the locks on the River Soar will test me physically, because I've heard they are, pretty stiff. The flow on the river is the lowest it has been for a long time, but it still doesn't mean it's very gentle. It's still, I'm pushing the boat at close to full speed. I never go full whack because, it's sort of reserved for what's coming up. Actually, there's a bit that I will need it for. Look at that sign there. You can see the flow of the river that I'm pushing against. Not too bad, but for my engine it is a test. So I've only got 13.5 horsepower. That ain't that much, guys. But still got to crank it. Exactly. Beautiful scenery. I see YouTube hasn't sorted out its stabilisation for live video, so apologies if it is wobbling around, but we're now working with a 14 Pro Max in terms of what iPhone I'm using at the moment. So it should be, I couldn't do any more on my side in terms of lens quality for a camera, for a camera that can also stream live to the internet. So yeah, more money to bloody Apple. They just fleece me every bloody year. But I'm a sucker. I've got to keep up with it, haven't I? It's my main camera. But yeah, looking good. Oh, that's great. Thanks for letting me know. Guys at boat time there. Thanks for watching. But yeah, this is the River Trent. I've just watched a slow journey across the river. The flow's not seemed to bother them much at all. It's a lovely day, yeah. not going to be cranking it in at night. Not this time. So I've got a lot coming up in, hopefully, not too long. Let's try and work out how long I expect this journey to last. Now, I'm hoping to take you out on the River Soar with me, but it might be a separate live stream or another day, like tomorrow, I think. Just looking at my map here. There you can see the sign behind us. Keep 12 left, we're going downstream. Right, so this is what I'm looking at on my map here. Basically headed towards not a crossroads, but, a junction where the river Trent meets the River Soar and also the Erewash Canal, which I still haven't done, but that's a reason to come back. At the moment I am still filming Albert Diaries, BBC 4, and we're behind, so I need to get cranking, get to the next location for the next, the final 4 of 4 episode, which is going to start in Loughborough. So yeah, look at this map. Where are we? Oh, we're up there. That's where we are. We're not far. But the flow here, as you can see our marks, there's a very strong flow. It's going to get absolutely, it might even come to a seem like it'll come to a standstill at one point, but I've done it before. Many other boaters have done it before. But that is the jeopardy on this journey. Is that we'll come across a little bit where it's going to be very difficult to get through. My little boat. There's water, don't worry. I know I should say, oh yeah, that's vodka. Because it's cool to drink, right? Yeah, it's cool to drink alcohol. Keep forgetting that. Right, I've got a better look at your comments, and I don't like doing that, and also looking at my face, so I'm going to turn it around. There we go. So you can see the power station ahead of us. Yeah, that's where East Midlands Parkway train station is, over that way. I don't know if that means anything to anyone. Anyway. I just want to apologise at the moment for a lack of YouTube videos, my normal 15-20 minute ones. Yeah, creatively it is a struggle when you can't really do, I could have been filming one today, but I've already covered this journey anyway on YouTube, so if you want to see what I did 4 years ago anyway, that's on YouTube. And it was 4 years ago, 2019, March I think it was, February, March, exactly like today. I was just let out onto the river and I was just making my way to the Trent and Mersey, start filming Canal Boat Diaries for BBC 4, the first series of that. I was full of excitement, and now look at me. I'm still always excited to film the next thing, but yeah, I was excited but also very, very nervous. People are going to see my home in my boat, and all the boating experts are going to see what I do, and I know I'm not perfect and I do things a bit quirky. Yeah, I think it's all worked out so far, all right so far on the 4th series, so yeah, it's all good. But in terms of YouTube, yeah, there's not a day goes by when I don't think about, Christ, what am I going to do? So I'm coming up with ideas, there are plans. I just need time, because I'm also trying to launch an album, CD, of my music, and that does take a lot more work than you think. And writing a book, there's so much other stuff around YouTube. YouTube's been the platform that's given me a right. Well, it's given me a platform, and given me a show, isn't it? So I'm so grateful for it. But it's keeping that up, because that's the real pressure, isn't it? If you're an artist, how do you keep stuff going? If you've got success, how do you keep that up? It's a question that plagues me all the time. I want to make these videos fun for you, but also for me as well, don't I? Keep it fresh, keep doing new things. But yeah, it's difficult when you've got so much else on your plate and it's only you doing it. It can be very difficult. Big shout out to any Patreons watching. I know I haven't been charging you recently because, well, I've not been putting out any videos for you. So, but if you're joining, watching this, huge, massive shout out for you guys that have stuck with me. And I do give updates on Patreon anyway, so for behind the scenes info, it's all there. And I only charge when I put out videos or content like that. Cheers, Andy. Thank you. You're also supportive on this channel. I know there's a few odd ones, but there's always good advice, like stick to the centre of the river. Yeah, everyone's always saying, stay safe and all that, just very caring. I feel like you're all my uncles and aunties looking after me. No, you're welcome, Tim. Thanks for supporting me. It's so great, fiddling with my whistle. There's all sorts of people that I'm seeing here. You've been with me on this channel for years and years and years, and it's just so nice to see you still with us. It sounds so northern these days, don't I? Still with us. When I started out, I was just an average boy from a small town in Dorset. Actually, when I started talking about Dorset and Yeovil Town, my football team, when I was born in Yeovil, Somerset, I start, going a bit like, here, how's it going, right, my lovers? Drinking cider, another cider drinking, all that sort of stuff. Yes, start to go a bit more like where I come from and that. But it's difficult when you're travelling around. I certainly don't see my mates from back home enough. My family, I saw them at Christmas. They've just moved to a new house and it's lovely. And what else has happened? Nothing much. I've met some lovely people. Beeston was lovely. I've been there for 4 weeks, and so massive shout out to all the people of Beeston in Nottinghamshire. Made me feel welcome, especially Tony and Tony's. It's not called Tony's Cafe, it's called the Boat House, and it's next to the Riverside Bar, and it's next to the Chandlery that they've got in Beeston Marina. And all of those businesses are good, and they all deserve supporting. And actually, let's turn the camera around. If you want to see some unique memorabilia off of Canal Boat Diaries TV, go to Tony's Cafe, Boathouse Cafe in Beeston. Now Tony's really interesting bloke, Jamaican guy and historian. He knows loads about the area, but he won't. Like some people do, it just bore you to death with it. But no, he's running a cafe at the same time, and he loves his music. We're talking about Bob Marley quite a lot, obviously, and and also he was a personal trainer, and just all round brilliant bloke. It makes everyone feel welcome, and if you know Tony in that cafe, you'll know who I'm talking about. And I presented him today with a piece of memorabilia that you've got to see. So if you're in the area, go in there. It's hanging up on the walls, absolutely unique. I made it, I framed it and everything, and then go there and get a selfie with it or something like that, because it's just one of those things. I want to encourage people to go there to find it, because Canal Boat Diaries, I'm not sorry to go on about it, No, I'm not sorry to go on that because I'm very proud of it. But it began in Nottingham. It was commissioned out of East Midlands, BBC, West Bridgeford in Nottingham. That's its spiritual home in a way. It's where it was edited, first series anyway. First and second, I think. Do the voiceovers there. I'm going back next week to do some more voiceovers. So when you hear me doing a cheesy voiceover on the TV, that's what I have to do. I have to go to a proper studio to do it. Anyway, I'm going to get rid of my face now. That's it. I've done the memorabilia bit. So head to Beeston and ask about in the cafe. And you'll see a framed. Yeah, it's a framed disc. It's like a bit like a gold disc. That was my idea for it. But yeah, go and have a look and get a picture there with Tony. Tell him I said to go there. Anyway, that's it. That's the plug. Oh, cheers, Matthew. I'm not sure she would because I think she's doing a different job now. But I don't know. Any favourite beers at the moment? Oh yeah, it's got a bit. So we're in a cold winter, aren't we? So I'm looking at. I do like a pint of mild. I love Guinness. Something that's weak because I'm not getting enough exercise at the moment. So I've got to make sure I don't take in too much alcohol because it'll just go straight to my gut. No one wants to see that really. Not yet. I'm only 40. Come on. But yeah, beers. I'm just loving the beers, guys. But yeah, winter it's always something malty. You know, I don't go for hops anyway. And, in summer it's lager, and in the winter it's normally like whiskey and dark stouts and stuff like that. But nothing with like peanut butter and marshmallow flavouring in it. I don't need salted caramel in my stouts or anything, or my porters. Having said that, there is that wonderful porter, isn't there, by Titanic Brewery out of Stoke-on-Trent. Plum porter, and that is delicious. That's one of my all-time favourites. That's it, Dom's got it. Plum porter, Titanic Brewery. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, the photo. Yeah, let's see back on YouTube. Just read the comments. Oh, lovely. No, you're welcome. It's just so nice. There's so many lovely people out there. And I am so busy these days. I'm always rushing around. But if I can't make time to speak to these people along the way, it's going to be quite lonely, isn't it? So it's really nice. So yeah, Lindy, I'm going to try and do some lives. I'll just keep going until I get to Loughborough, shall I? And some people are saying these are too long, these videos. That's fine, you have to watch it all, do you? Just dip in and out and fast forward to the bit you recognise. In fact, if I want to say something important, I'll turn the camera around so that if you skip through, you can at least skip to that bit and then stop and then see what I'm saying and then move on again. Otherwise, it's just me wittering whilst you see this lovely view. That willow on the right, beautiful, isn't it? Also, I'm just going to zoom in. We've got a heron just perched. I'm going to try and get closer to it. We are not far from the nature reserve, all along this bit on the right hand side. It was, or it still is, I think, yeah, Attenborough Nature Reserve. Opened by Sir David Attenborough, but not named after him. Rather, it's named after the local village. Just been there a lot longer than David Attenborough, I think. I must make some more music videos. That's an income stream. You know, I can make a video, upload it through my distributor, and it goes onto YouTube, and sort of you get royalties from that. Because you notice I don't have adverts on my videos, so I don't make anything from that side. But, should we have a look at this heron on the right then, shall we? Let's move the camera over slightly. Let's see if he or she flies off. No, not bothered at all. Lovely. Well, Sue, Guinness is good for you, so as they say. And herons, they're a bit like pelicans in a way, aren't they? So, yeah, it all makes sense. Right, back to it. Someone asked me, I can't remember who it was, I'm so sorry, if the engine was overheating. Let's do a little quick check. No, it's good at the moment. What's the actual temperature like? Like 40 or 50 degrees, so nice and cool really. It went up to 100 degrees Celsius late last year. That was scary. But that was because there was no airflow. I stopped in a lock and it all just backed up, and then residual heat and everything, it just overloads. Or, you know, if you haven't got that constant cooling, obviously things are going to carry on getting hotter if they absorb the heat. Metal, it's all science or something, I don't know. I seem to learn about physics every single day. Like today, well, I already know that the current in the water is enough to really test me, but yeah. I need to learn that lesson. But yeah. When you're moving an object like this through a large volume of water, you have to respect physics in a unique way. So I haven't got the most aerodynamic, or not aerodynamic, hydrodynamic boat. It's flat bottomed, it's not particularly pointy on the hull, on the bow, sorry, and you know, it is what it is. It's not designed for racing or speedboating, motorboating. Oh, look at this. Don't know if you can see, but we've got some celandines, the little buttercup type flowers. Oh no, they're not. Sorry. It's only because I've seen them before on this stretch. There's actually just fallen apples, bright yellow apples. I just thought, oh, there's lovely flowers over there. Shut up, Robbie. That's not what it is. Not yet. Don't wish the time away. Haven't even seen any snowdrops yet. Have you seen any snowdrops? Drop them in the chat, guys. I'm sure you have. Cider-tastic. Yeah, I have sort of been in the process of making cider, but I don't think I ever tried it. I tried it as apple juice and it was nasty. Didn't like that. Because most of the apples we used were rotten. It's almost fermented already. Steve, it's racing it, is it? What do you mean, the flow of water? Or what do you mean, man? told snowdrops are usually the end of January and February. Well, it is the end of January, pretty much. When the sun's out, you know. No, I did hear someone the other day saying they'd seen one, so I was just putting it out there, guys. Maybe they live in Cornwall or something, I don't know. Oh, so if you can't work out where I am, I'm basically in the East Midlands of the United Kingdom, in, well, sort of Nottinghamshire, Derbyshire border, I guess, and also, well, I'm headed towards Leicestershire, so I'm sort of, yeah, let's just say East Midlands, and I'm headed towards near a place called Long Eaton. But I'll show you this map. That's this little junction here is where we need to get to. There's a lock before it. Can you see the black arrow? Just before that black arrow, I've got a really strong flow of the river where it narrows. It gets really, really deep. So yeah, we're going to struggle through that, I think. But yeah, I'm just going to make it to the lock, I think, and then end the live stream there. Or we could end it on the River Soar itself. I don't know. We'll see. That's the thing. With these journeys, you never know how far you're going to get. Isn't that great? I love it. And if just say, if you're bored, just say I'm bored, and then I'll just stop streaming. Imagine that. Yeah, just turn it off now, Rob. Had enough of that. Had enough of that engine. Can I just try something actually? There's a function on my microphone, which I'll try and show you. Show you? No, it's turn the camera around. Right, this is the microphone that I like using. It's a Bluetooth one, and it's just, this is the transmitter. That's the receivers on the phone. There's a little button on the side here. If I click that, it's got noise cancelling. So how does that sound now? Can you hear my voice a lot better? Or can you still hear the engine? I don't know. Does it sound weird? Probably doesn't sound as great. But yeah, let me know if you prefer that to this. This is the normal clear function that captures everything. Naughty Lass's engine would make a fantastic percussion for a speed metal track. Depends what speed that I was doing, I suppose, yeah. Awesome. Engine's quiet, but you like the engine sound, don't you? I like the engine sound. But Tony, because he's Tony Round, Crank It Crew, I have to go with him. So until we get to the lock, I'm gonna. Oh, but it sounds bad. All right, I'll have to choose my moment then. I'll tell you what I'll do, Tony. I'll cover up the engine noise a bit for you, and for anyone else who's a bit annoyed by that or can't hear so well. I mean, not can't hear so well. Right, let's get the right side of the tiller. Ugh. Almost went up my bum. I like to have the tiller on. So can I show you? I like to be this side of the tiller. Do I? Yeah, normally, because it normally wants to go that way. Is that right? No, I've got it that side. It's all this reverse filming. It's selfie filming. I don't normally do it. So that's better, isn't it? Cool. Or worse, depending on who you are. Thanks. Yeah, I think with noise cancelling on anything like headphones or microphones, obviously. Well, it's taking a signal, isn't it? It's like if you're wearing noise cancelling headphones, like what I have got here somewhere. There we go. If you see me wearing these, I'm listening to speed metal. Or I'm listening to some kind of metal, as opposed to listening to this kind of metal. No, it'll be any kind of music, and I'll listen to these and that'll cut out the sound. But what it's doing is there's a little microphone here somewhere, isn't there? And a processor, microprocessor, I imagine. So you've got the sound going in, the outside external sound, and it's mitigating that, and somehow, I don't know how it does it, it cuts that sound out by recognising what the noise is around and just cutting that out. But it's not ideal. Like when I'm wearing these and I bump into something, it really shocks the sound that I'm hearing, and it annoys it. You hear any sort of rustling against the side, it impacts it quite a lot. And if I listen to these with the engine on, yeah, it cuts out that noise, but it sort of amplifies the music a bit too much in different areas, so you don't get a clear sound. The best way to use noise cancelling headphones is without any noise, without any external noise. Sort of doesn't make much sense, does it? Oh, good morning. We've got people from all over the world watching. This is great. Well, welcome to the East Midlands. I'll say it again, we're on the third longest river, about 100 miles of the River Trent with 12 locks. And it's about the second, so it's the third longest in the UK, I should say. Because there's a lot of rivers that are a lot longer than this one. But in terms of volume and the flow of water that's in this is the second largest in the UK. So it's a pretty serious river. Which is why I've got my I've got my anchor ready at the front anyway. So if anything does happen, I can chuck that over the side, because there is enough flow to just send me all the way back to where I come from. But in reality, what would happen if my engine cut out? I'd probably just drift for a bit and end up in a hedge, tie onto a tree. We get stuck in the silt, because at the sides, the river level's going up and down. There's a lot of crud at the sides. Crud, that's a great word, isn't it? Why aren't there any bands with that in their name? Crud. Or just crud. That'd be great. This is it, guys. Cranking it on the river, and we're just about to, I'm going to turn the camera around because we're just headed past some interesting buildings here. It's all along the side. I think these can be, yeah, this is, I think, reachable by a track at least, but still pretty cut off, you know, nice and secluded for these people here, until I come along with the bloody camera. Yeah, at least they waved, that was nice. Right, here we go, we've got the first boat of the day I've just seen come around the corner. Should we see if they give us a nice big wave or not? They might do. But yeah, I've just seen them come around the corner, and I bet they're absolutely loving being back out. Whether they're cruising to move their house, their home, or because they're just doing it for fun. Or whether it's a boat move, like for work, you know, it might be so they can move to a different location and get it painted or something. Let's see how they do. I'm going to try and give them as much room as possible. It's difficult to control. The heron just flying across there. Difficult to control on a narrowboat, especially the direction you're headed. If you're going downstream, you wouldn't have thought that, would you? But you can't really reverse. If you do reverse, it's just not usually as powerful enough. And unless you've got bow thrusters, it's just difficult to keep yourself in line. But for me, headed upstream, I've got much better control, because all my steering is done from the back. The propulsion is at the back. I can move the back end around, no problem. Oh, lovely little, another heron popping out of the bank. all I've seen recently is seagulls have been moored up somewhere where it's, well, not seagulls, just gulls, aren't they? But yeah, just been moored by a load of gulls and people feeding them bread, and I just have to come out and say, look, I'm really sorry, but could you please, while I'm here, not feed them bread? It just encourages them to poop on your roof, doesn't it? But I think I've got away with it. Like, I've not got any, well, not too many white splashes on my roof. Yeah, nice big wave there. Can't have a conversation, of course, because you're too far away and my engine's too loud, can't hear. But he probably thinks I'm talking to him because, yeah, I'm just chatting away to myself. That's what it looks like. Anyone who's just watching me film this for you, it's just, yeah, mental, isn't it? It's like, what is he doing? He's just chatting away like an absolute idiot. I went to see a physio yesterday and I said to him, look, do you think I walk funny? Because like some of my friends say I walk a bit funny. Just trying to rib on me, aren't they? But the physio said, well, we all walk funny, we're all different. And I thought, yes, I like that. That's great. We're all different and that should be celebrated. Come on. Cranking it. Wow, it's so fast. Are you taking a mickey or are you actually being serious? Oh, the other boat coming the other way, that's what you're talking about, isn't it? Oh, being sarcastic. Having one of your sarcasms again, are you? Hi Julie, yes, I'm off to Cranfleet Lock, that's my next little stop, and then onto the River Soar, which takes me directly south. So that's it, goodbye to the north. Well, I've already said goodbye to the north, haven't I? Because I'm in East Midlands, another heron taken off there from the back. It's probably the same one actually. But yeah, I'm sort of slowly drifting away from the north. Nothing's keeping me there anymore really, apart from various friends that I've picked up along the way, and it's obviously gutting to not see them again, but I look forward to being close to my other friends who live further down south, so, and my family of course, my auntie who helped me buy this boat, everyone, you know. Oh yeah, we are struggling here against the flow, and it's going to get worse in a bit. It's going to be a bit of action coming up. Don't miss it. Oh yeah, I love the young ones. That was when I was a kid. We watched the repeats. I'd say when I'm a kid, like, you know, probably about 10 years after it first aired, and I just absolutely loved it. Don't look at me, I'm irrelevant. I loved all the little random little bits in the young ones, it's great. Anyway. Yeah, comedy, I'll always love comedy and having a laugh, because, well, I certainly take myself too seriously, and also life gets serious, doesn't it? So you've got to try and laugh at something. I feel really sorry for people who can. When I meet people who haven't got a sense of humour, I just feel sorry for them. You know, when you meet people who are just dead in the face, you're just like, all right, you okay? They just don't have any expression at all, or like right now I could be panicking, but I've got you here, so that's fine. I say panicking because look, we're not really moving very far forward. Look, I'll turn to the side, going very, very slowly. My memory serves me correctly, it's not long before we get to a corner. where it gets really bad. Maybe we've got some distance to go before that. This is on the Upper Trent, so if I kept going past the next lock, I'd be headed towards the Trent and Mersey at Shardlow. And that's what I did about 4 years ago. So yeah, very strong, quite strong currents, but not as strong as it has been. This is the first day, or second day, that boats have been allowed to move on this stretch. Because they really do stop you. Hi Tasha. Some folks just have RBF. RBF? You'll have to de-initialise that for me. I'm sorry. Unless it's rude. It's going good. It's going good. Although, as I said earlier on, I'm out of shape. Not been doing any exercise. I'll need the hyperdrive for the bend, yeah. Yeah, the current would be weaker on the inside bend, but you know what has happened when I've gone on the inside bend before. There's no wind about. It's great. Well, you know, nothing to, you can't even feel it. So the sun in the sky, even though it's, I think on the weather report it says something like 4 degrees, 5 degrees centigrade, I think. Oh, I missed that. Hang on, RBF. Round is a shape. No. Board something. I'll forget it. Yeah, so it's resting board face. Or not bored, but something, yeah, another word. Okay, got it. Oh, yeah, I know. God, of course I know what you mean. I'm a millennial, guys. You know, I should know all these sayings. Just because I've got glasses on doesn't mean I'm actually intelligent. I'm certainly not very academic. Someone's just corrected me on how how noise cancelling works. Yeah, to be honest, I'm just making it up, aren't I? Really, but I'm describing the effects, the sound that I'm hearing. That's all I can describe, really. Anyway. Gen X. Yeah. How do you feel about these labels? I don't know about it myself. It's just a marketing thing, isn't it, really? So we're going to put people in a bracket and then we're going to sell them some stuff. Yeah, so today I will cruise until I get to a mooring spot. Maybe, hopefully that'll be in Kegworth. Wouldn't that be nice? So tomorrow, well, I don't know where I'll catch you tomorrow, but I've got some filming to do. You know the diary chat stuff you see in, this is what it's called, so in the TV programme there's little clips of me talking to the camera. I have to film that myself, and that's done on a day where it's, if I can find a spot where it hasn't got much noise, that's where I'll go to and get that done. And then yeah, we'll have another live stream tomorrow at 12 noon, I think, if that's all right with you. Or any other time, I don't mind. Because it'll only be for an hour or so, won't it? But it's just, to be honest, this is more for me than it is for you. It's just nice to have your company. On a stretch of the river that I have seen a few times now. I've done this bit twice, up and down. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. But when you, I don't know, I must have ADHD or something, because I'm always looking for the next bit, the newest bit. I don't know what's going to happen when I finish it all. You know, the last one for me will be the Llangollen Canal, and when I've done that, that'll be. I wouldn't know what to do with it. Okay, boomer. Yeah, I do. That does cross my mind a fair few times, but I don't say it. The river never freezes, not in this country. It'd have to be bloody cold for that, wouldn't it? I don't know. Anyone got any tales of it? Of a river freezing? I can't. I just can't see it happening. So certainly not on the Trent, and even the. So if we're talking about a proper river like this size, this is what I'm thinking. I couldn't see that freezing these days. But maybe if you're watching, you can remember when the last ice age was. I don't know. God, I'm cheeky, aren't I? Cheeky boy. Oh, I'm a cheeky boy. Yeah. So the Thames froze last week in part. I call BS on that. I don't know. I don't see it. Because I mean, look at the flow on this one. I don't know. Maybe I'm completely wrong on this, but I've just never. In my boating years, I've been doing it for 10 years off and on. It's just. I've never experienced the river being frozen over. This river is 100 miles long, and this is how much flow you get on this river. It's so much flow that this year, when all the other canals were frozen, the Nottingham and Beeston Canal didn't have a speck of ice on it. Not the bit I was by anyway, but that's because this flow that just keeps continually pouring through it. So yeah, you need still water, I guess. I don't know. I'm always learning about physics, as I said earlier on. Parts of the Nene are frozen. So is that navigable? A navigable river, or is that a canal navigation? Is it a navigation? Is it a canalised part? Because right now we are on a free-flowing river. You know, we'll get to a lock in a bit, but we're not on a section where it's particularly controlled. It does what it likes, this part. Well, the way I see it as a boater that's using it. You know, I do feel like I'm open to the elements on this river. But it's beautiful today. But we're getting near to a bit where it is narrowing quite a lot. You can see, can't you? So it's getting more and more difficult to push against it. That's a good point. The Trent, I don't know if this is true or not, but the Trent won't freeze due to the power stations. And there's so many power stations along rivers like this. So that they need that water to cool, don't they? For part of it, I guess. I'm not an expert on power stations, but I've talked to a lot of people who are, or seem to be. God, it's difficult fact-checking everything. Bloody minefield. Apparently. See, that's what you've got to say at the end. Apparently, and then it's fine if you're wrong. Oh, that's a poor squirrel. Oh, that's too quick. Yeah, you've got to watch what you read there. Alligator crocodiles. I mean, I'm sure they made out that it was huge, Alabama-sized one. But yeah. I don't think they'll shut the power stations, will they? So quite a lot of nuclear power stations in this country. Not a lot of people know about it. If you search on the map for nuclear power stations, it will show you where they all are. But they're mostly by the coast, I think. But yeah, along the river like this, you get a lot of. It's all coal power stations, but there's some like Stay Point, which you won't see today because it's the opposite direction, other side of Nottingham. That power station is a gas power station. But I think a lot of them have the capability to go back to coal at a moment's notice. So if we need that extra power, we could just burn it. And then there's Drax power station, which burns wooden pellets shipped in from America. So that's odd, isn't it? But yeah, still burning things, still need cooling. Oh, isn't that nice? We've got some watching from Bali and joining everyone all over the world. This is amazing, honestly. Thank you. Oh, James, yeah, I'm hopefully just planning to get to Leicester, maybe beyond. It depends, doesn't it? If the River Soar is as tricky as people have been telling me it is, which I've no doubt it is, especially going against the flow, and if it floods, sometimes it'll flood whilst you're out, whilst you're moving the boat, and you have to just pull in. So yeah, who knows, but hopefully in 2 weeks' time I'll be beyond Leicester, I imagine. So that's Ratcliffe on Soar Power Station, named after Daniel Radcliffe. Whoever Daniel Radcliffe is. I don't know who Daniel Radcliffe is. Saw a fantastic film with Daniel Radcliffe recently, which was it's called what was it? The Swiss Army Man. Brilliant film. Watch that. Absolutely incredible. Swiss Army Man. And he plays a dead person. It's absolutely bonkers. But if you suspend your disbelief for long enough, it is a great story. It's like Castaway mixed with, I don't know, something a bit mental. Someone from Halifax, Nova Scotia. I love all the places in States and in Canada that are named. There's a London in Canada, isn't there? Yeah, it's great. For me, anyway, it's quite funny. But then there's places in this country like Boston, which I knew about after learning about Boston in America, which is strange, isn't it? But then I'm not from Lincolnshire, so I didn't grow up anywhere near there. But you're right, due to the pilgrims and all that, most places are named after UK places. Yeah, Barrie, Ontario, Canada. I've been there. I have actually been there. Went on a skiing. Well, it was like a snowboarding. No, it wasn't a snowboarding holiday. Not at all. We just forced my parents into going to a slope. They were just there to see old friends and stuff. And we were in winter. It was when I was 17. I was like, oh, can I go snowboarding, please? It costs a bloody fortune. Lovely comments coming in here. All over the world. This is great. Portland, Leicester. And yeah, God, I really do feel for you all living in such cold climates this time of year. Right here, where I am, it should be quite cold. It should be about, I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit, but it should be about 3 degrees Celsius. But with the sun and the lack of wind, it's lovely. I'm only having to wear 4 layers. It's great. No, I've got t-shirt, hoodie, and whatever this is, shirt. The only thing is the sun is in my face here in my eyes. Remind me to do that. This cap it's not really for sun, is it? And I don't have my sunglasses, I can't find them. I think they're in my truck. What a mistake I'd make it. But I suppose it's more important to have sunglasses when you're driving. Oh, you have got that flap thing, haven't you? So I need to develop one of those for a boat. A little visor. I suppose you have them, don't they, on the pram hood covers that you can get. But even so, I've got all this sun, which I'm very grateful for, but it's just bouncing off the water straight in my eyes. But I still see where I'm going, we're all good. Right, probably about how far are we away now? Could be, let's just see if I can read the map correctly. About a mile away, I think. To be honest, I've lost my place in the map a little bit. We could be about half a mile away. I'm hoping it's the latter. But there is a bit where I remember getting to on this river where it gets really narrow. It's just before the lock, and it is so difficult to push this boat against, even with the flow like it is now, which isn't too bad. Yeah, it's just going to be a real challenge. So I remember that bit. That's in my memory. That's seared right in there. Whereas most other stuff I just forget. That's a good tip. I can't actually watch myself. I don't have a monitor at the moment. So to afford to get the latest phone, I'm filming on a gorgeous iPhone 14 Pro Max, which I don't know if YouTube's making any sense of the very expensive lenses that it's got on there. It's getting some nice little light leakage, or whatever it's called, refraction in the lens. Yeah. But yeah, to afford to do this, I've had to sell my old phones, both of them. But I hope it's going to be worth it. There's 48 megapixels on this new lens, which is going to add an extra realm of quality. You know, that's always trying to make these videos better and better, because they're so shoddily filmed that I need as much quality as I can get. And there's a good point there about the bit rate that you upload a video at. Yeah, there's lots of stuff you have to do behind the scenes in the editing, which is why I'm enjoying live streaming this. Because, well, all I'm doing is I'm just doing it through YouTube's app, so I'm not just trusting their software and everything. Anyone can do this. Absolutely anyone. So yeah, this is the River Trent, so welcome if you've just joined. This is not the tidal River Trent, the non-tidal upper River Trent. So we're heading towards the, effectively upriver towards the source, I guess, but I'm gonna turn off onto the River Soar instead. Not the source, the Soar. S-O-A-R. But this is the River Trent, yeah. Third longest in the UK, second largest in terms of flow and volume, the actual amount of water that's in it. So I think it's pretty cool. I hope this is relaxing for you, because it's I don't know, I do get anxious. I've got anxiety. Well, I do have anxiety sometimes, but you know, whatever, you just go for it, don't you, and do what you can. But yeah, it's nice to have your company. taking my mind off the challenge that's just coming up around the corner, which as I'm building up, probably be nothing now, because I'm going to take a run at it. There's a little pinch on the river, a little bit where it really narrows down, and it's just tough to get through. Do you know what I mean? But it is more relaxing than me boating in the dark. You're right, Verita, yes. Definitely is. Oh. San Pellegrino. Yeah. That's my favourite San Pellegrino. I'm not sponsored by them to say this. But this video is sponsored by San Pellegrino. Try it! You might like it. It's very sugary. It's actually not as sugary as... It's supposed to be healthy for you. It's got sweeteners, but not the bad ones. It's not as good as beer. Yeah, what can you do? When you're travelling on your own on a river, when you can't really stop to either go to the loo or get another drink, yeah, you just got to get ready. So I've got some water in there, and I normally have a coffee, especially when it's just this cold. Well, it's not that cold, but this time I've opted for a sugary drink. So if you want me to advertise a drink, just let me know. That's what you'll get. See? Quality content live to 237 people who are watching right now. Yeah, just slide into my DMs. Let's do a deal. Yeah? I'll leave it with you. You're gonna call me? Okay, you call me. Fine. Yeah, I've got a bucket and shuck it, which I use if I have to. Engine temperature, or the temperature of the oil running through the engine, is not reading at all. Why is it not reading? Oh, my inverter stopped charging. That's odd. Anyway, not to worry. So the engine temperature is about 70 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that was weird. No, it's not. No, sorry. I've just had a brain fart, as they say. So don't worry. I'm just worrying myself by getting something wrong. I'll show you what I mean. I'm wittering away and you cannot understand me. So that's nice, isn't it? That's what I'm looking at, my switch there. And what I had, so I was reading this is what was happening. It was like that, in the incorrect position. And I was reading that gauge and it said 0. So yeah, that should have been on, and then it can read. And the oil pressure, which has failed me a few times this year, that oil pressure switch, not great. Ooh, not great times. Christ. So I haven't fallen in. I'm still here. But yeah, we are coming up to a bit now. I think it's going to get pretty tricky. Let's have a look. Let's see what we can do. Revs wise at the moment, just have a look. Revs wise, we're looking at 1,300, something like that. If I really go for it all the way, it's reading at 1,500. So that's as many reps, RPMs as I can get. So here we go, we're going full speed now. I don't like to really go to push it right to the end, to the limit. I always want to have a little bit left. I always want to have something in the tank, but the bit that we're coming up to now is just it's just a right struggle. And this is mad because at the moment the river is in the green. You know, you're allowed to take your boat out, you're insured, it's all good, all set to go, the lock's open ahead. Whereas recently it hasn't been, it's been shut and the river has been higher in terms of the level of water, and then the flow has been much stronger. My life jacket is you, Alan. You're coming to save me if I fall in. So I am west of Nottingham, aren't I? So I'm somewhere between Nottingham and Derby. Is that right? Yeah, I think so. But yeah, I do use life jackets. But conditions are good today. This is lovely weather, you know. I can swim. I'm not going under any tunnels or anything like that, so I'm not going to bump my head on anything. My risk assessment is that I'm not going to fall in. I know that we can't always control what happens, but if I did fall in, well, the only way I'm going in the river is by jumping in. I don't think I would fall in. I'd have no cause to get anywhere near the edge of my boat to even do that. Anyway, enough about that. You can see a sign up ahead. I'm hoping that I'm close to the lock. So although I do love being on the river, it's nice to see a lock. Especially when your engine is going flat out. And these engines, they like to be run at the higher capacity. They don't want to be just ticking along these old diesel engines. They want to be used. I think I read somewhere between over 75% of their capacity is what they like to be run at, just so that they I don't know, I'm talking nonsense, but you know, I want to say something that sounds clever, don't I? Glazing the bores and all that. Yeah, I'm sure someone in the comments will explain it much better. I'm always being told by old engine specialists that my engine needs to be pushed. And in turn, it doesn't do well at charging up the batteries because it's not really designed for that. Well, the alternator that I've got, it's not really designed for that. Let's just say that. So yeah, we are now in warp drive. Proceed, number one. Well, I'm trying to, but the river is doing a right number two on me because I can't seem to get any speed at all. Shall I show you how much speed we're getting? Just turn you to that side. Get a side view. A bit lopsided there. Anyway, so yeah, that's not going too fast. San Pellegrino. Come on. Oh, I am posh, Tim. Poshest narrowboater that you know, mate. That's why I drink San Pellegrino. Available in all supermarkets. Oh, I'd love to sail on the River Shannon. Sail on it. On an actual yacht or something. Yeah, it's 720p for this video. That's what the YouTube does to you, I'm afraid. Maybe I should go to Twitch or something like that instead, but then you wouldn't be able to see it. You wouldn't get a notification, would you? But you know, it is what it is. I hate that saying, but yeah. This is just a live recording of a 40-year-old man on a canal boat struggling on a 41-year-old boat, engine as well. It's only 13.5 horsepower, taking on the might of the UK's second largest river in terms of the flow and the volume of water. And this is the bit I was worried about. Oh, come on. Really struggling. Engine temperature's good, but it is quite cold out there. Alan Partridge? Who's he? I've never heard of him. Yeah, you don't really have a class system in America like we do you? Or do you? I don't know. I don't understand American things. Yeah, so this is all green screen basically, and I'm just in a pub. And that's like, yeah, bar stool. Come on! The flow hasn't increased. Well, it sort of has really for me, just because of the shape of the river where I am. It's the bit that we're coming up to. Oh, if I can get the steering right. The bit we're coming up to, it's just, apparently it's deeper and it's also narrower. So you can imagine the same amount of water is trying to get through a smaller, narrower space. Yeah, I wonder if the, yeah, so I think the shape of this is what I'm talking about, learning about physics. Every time I go out on the boat, you try and get your head around these things, don't you? So maybe this part of the river I'm on is deeper and it is narrower, but it still carries the same volume as every other part of it along this stretch. It's sort of concentrated, but in a different way. It's really strange. If only I could see under the water to see how deep it was. Maybe it's more narrow than it is deep. you see what I mean. God, it's a bloody minefield, especially for me. I'm not a science person. The Venturi effect, oh, that sounds good. I don't know what that is, but that sounds good. So I know this isn't the funnest video for you, but I'm just glad of your company on this bit, because I can't see what I'm doing. Well, I can just, there's a lot of glare from the water. The sun off the water, that's I need to look in that direction as well, so I'm basically holding up my hand like this. Can I show you? Whoops. I'm just basically holding up my hand like that. So I'm basically, what's it called? Voguing. Madonna style. Oh my goodness, come on. This is the bit that I was expecting. Not too bad. Not too bad, he says. But we'll go flat out. There's nothing left in the range of acceleration. We're right at the end. 1,500 revs, RPMs, revolutions per minute. This engine is doing its best to fight the flow. I can just feel the warm sun on my face. This is lush, isn't it? Just, there's no wind. I wanted to make a rude joke then, but I thought no, I'm better than that. There's no wind. It's about should be about 4 or 5 degrees, I think, but it feels a lot like 15 degrees. It's lush, really nice. And it's time for a San Pellegrino. It's only 17p a can. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know what stuff costs anymore. I'm rich. I just buy it all. Just go, yeah, how much is that? I don't care. Load it up into the truck. In the Porsche, you know, stick it in the back. Oh, there's no space. Just gonna have to fly it over, ship it over, you know. People ask me if have I made a lot of money from TV work, and I say, well, I've still got this as my home. This is, you know, I still live on this old thing. So that just shows you how much money I've made. It all goes back into this as well at the moment. You know, I've got no other rent bills to pay, so it's all going back into this one. Whereas last year I had rent to pay in a house. Imagine that. But that's another story. Look at that steam, isn't that amazing? Right, this bit here, it's easing off. I think we've gotten through the worst of it, I hope. Saying that, I don't remember. I don't remember that corner being the worst bit. I remember the next bit, just round here, being a devil to get through. But we're almost there, I think. Almost there, guys. That place on the left should be Ferry Farm, which is near Thrumpton, which is, yeah, not far from that power station there. Ratcliffe on Soar, which is not far from, which is right next to East Midlands Parkway train station, which, as its name suggests, is right slap bang in the East Midlands. Where they talk like that, go around my mate's ass later on. Sort of like that. I do like the local accent. It's wonderful. It's really good. Like if you listen to Sleaford Mods, I think they're from Nottingham. Not Nottingham, Nottingham. So I've been told to pronounce it Frumpton, not Thrumpton. Okay. There's a place called Gotham nearby. Oh dear. What? I don't know. Hopefully you can see clearly enough. But this is just such a nice day, and I'm full of it today because I've just had so long cooped up on my boat. And it's the first day in about a week where my back's not been absolutely killing me. Yesterday I had tipped over a whole shopping trolley because I didn't have enough strength in my back because it was such pain. I couldn't even move it. And the shopping trolley was full of coal, but still, that's another story, isn't it? Boat life. Hashtag boat life, the barge life. Right, come on, the river's getting even more narrow here. We're not at a standstill, we're alright. But is it about to get narrower? That's what I'm thinking. Need to get to Cranfleet Lock, that's the next one, and I will end the video after I've gone through the lock, I think, because you've got to see a bit of lock action, haven't you? Otherwise it's boring. We've been going for an hour and a half on this stream, and so welcome to anyone who's watching it. Massive shout out to the Patreons who've kept on supporting me. Stuck with all my BS, all my inactivity on YouTube. It's difficult, trying to do other things, launching a CD and writing a book and filming a TV series. It's all, makes day jobs. If you were to think of YouTube as a day job, it makes it difficult. But I will find a way somehow. But when you put so much into something, and then it becomes difficult to do that, you just got to think about how to change it up. So this year I am going to be trying some new stuff on YouTube, because that's what I love about it. It's just the creativity. You can do whatever you like. Anyone else doing a canal live video on YouTube? Probably not as stupid as me to try that. But yeah, whatever you can think of, you can just slap it on here, can't you? It's great. Oh, thanks for getting the views up on Canal Boat Diaries. But yeah, CDs, I didn't think, well, surely people won't buy CDs. Well, you have to remember, a lot of people that watch these shows and these videos, they have CD players, and it's all about the booklet inside and the quality of the sound. It's remastered. It's all old stuff that you can already get online, but it's a higher quality because it's been remastered professionally. And it's the booklet I designed myself. Just to have it. That I haven't got a copy yet. My mum's got about 30 of them, and she's sending a few to me via my producer, and I cannot wait. I'll show you. It just looks amazing from what I've seen. And it's been a dream of mine to do that. And places like HMV, they're still selling CDs. They're still selling vinyl, obviously, and that's obviously never been as popular as it has been since it was first or last out. It's got a real resurgence, isn't it, vinyl? Oh, flow of the water here is still really strong, but we're getting through it. Full whack, flat out. Flat out at 1 mile an hour, but actually probably 2 miles an hour. But the CD will be released probably in April or May time. Just trying to time it for when the show comes out. When you're working with a hey guys, when you're working with a music label, record label, yeah, you got to collaborate. You know, everyone's working to the same goals, but that also means you've got to just yeah, go along with it. So yeah, they're gonna put out a double CD. Get this, double CD. Tunes 1 and 2. So they've got tracks like Windy Biscuits, fan favourite, Boat Wave, all on the same disc. And you can also get it on iTunes as well. So if you don't like CDs, that's fine. You know, you have to get angry about it. I mean, I had to get rid of all my CDs for moving on board. A very sad day. But I've been to gigs where they're selling tapes again. So yeah, sometimes when a format becomes, well, defunct, perhaps, it becomes more valuable, doesn't it? Anyway, here we go. Come on. This is the narrowest part on this river for me. In this video. But we're doing really well. I've built it up all the way through the live stream and we're actually doing okay, which is great. But I'm going to turn the camera slightly so you can see, just to the side, get a nice view as well. Water looks quite calm almost, doesn't it? But there's still that flow. It's great. I'd be interested if you've got time, actually, anyone, talking about music. Where do you stream your music from? Where do you stream it from? And I'm really interested to hear if it's not Spotify, for example. That'd be quite interesting, because most people seem to listen to Spotify nowadays. That seems to be the most popular one. Like you're already saying, Jason, Deborah. Yeah, Spotify seems to be really popular, and I think for good reason, because it's quite well set out, isn't it? I prefer Tidal because I can use that for DJing. I can't use Spotify for DJing. And Apple Music, I've got that one as well, and well, it comes with the phones. When you get a new phone, I think it comes with for free. Amazon, okay. So you can listen to it off Alexa, can't you? You can say, Alexa, play Robbie Cumming, or something like that. Right, here we go, this is it. Actually, this is the bit. I'm going to have to show you this. Pause the chat about music. This is where it gets really tricky. Can you see? Look at all the eddies that are flowing around there, swirling about. How slow we're going. Going at full speed. Oh my god. If I wasn't going full whack, well, I'd be treading water or going backwards for us to tick over. But it's quite a struggle. And the same happened to me 4 years ago and it's not changed. Canal and River Trust, sort it out, please. No, I know they've got, there's other things they could do it. Oh my goodness, look at this. It's not even going anywhere, are we? Look. The sensation is like treading water. It's almost like I'm stuck. But I'm not, I'm slowly moving forward, creeping forward, you can see, can't you? So if I look around me, it is quite a narrow part, considering the size of the river we're on. Which, if you've ever been to Hull and seen the River Trent there, you'll realise how big the river does get. But yeah, once we're out of this bit, we'll be fine. It's just we have to moor up. And mooring up is tricky on this bit as well, so come on, naughty lass, yeah. Come on. I need everyone's positive thoughts. Let's try and get past this. Come on. Because right now, look, I mean, it does feel like we're actually going nowhere. Come on. A bit further. I'm going to try and crab over, work my way over to the side of the river where there's a slightly less flow, the inner side, but I don't want to get stuck, do I? Come on! Come on, naughty lass. Temperature of the engine is now 80 degrees centigrade. Woo. But at least we have oil pressure. Plenty of times that I've experienced recently where the oil was completely gone. Come on. Come on. That's it. Yep. Done it. I think we've done it. That was the bit, right just there. That's worse than I remember. Mark that on your maps if you're heading this way, like I have done. Very strong flow on that corner there. Woo. Thank goodness I've got some San Pellegrino. We're going for it, we're going for it. Come on. So there's always an element of danger in my videos, isn't there? A bit of jeopardy. But yeah, it's all down to this boat here. Of course, if it had a more powerful engine, or perhaps if the propeller, I'm looking into making sure the propeller's as finely tuned as it can be. That'll be my next job when the boat comes out for blacking, I think. Maybe even get a new propeller and sell the old one for scrap or something. So basically the propeller is brass, made of brass. But let's just turn the... Would I ever get a new boat? Absolutely no way, guys. Well, ask me when I've made my millions, and I'll tell you again. Right now, I'm just putting everything I've got back into this boat. But there's some days where I just think, oh man, it would be interesting to have a different boat. I've got plenty of time, maybe one day. But for now, I do love this boat, and I'm looking at double glazing. What do you think about that? That'll be my next major upgrade, I think, to the boat. And I've changed a lot of the insulation over the past 3 years, but I haven't hadn't realised how much heat is going out my single glazed windows and the condensation that builds up. They are expensive, but I've got a few grand saved up. I can put it into just getting the windows done. As long as they, you know, look similar to what I've got already, same sort of shape, that would be great, wouldn't it? Another thing I'd like to do is, this is a very small bit, but putting a shout out now to anyone who knows a stained glass manufacturer of those the porthole sized jobbies. So if I just turn the camera around, you know what I've got there, that the Kingfisher window is cracked. Can you see the glass is cracked? And I think what I would really like is a Nautilus shell there instead, or a window. I don't know, something that's more to do with Nautilus, whatever, you know. Or it could just be another Kingfisher, because that looks nice, isn't it? But it would be nice to change it up a bit, have a different animal there. or a nude girl. Yes, Garrett, yeah. I get enough dirty old men walking past my boat going, whoa, naughty lass, without doing that as well. But yes, I need posh windows for a posh millennial San Pellegrino drinking narrowboater. But yeah, don't put house windows on. I know, don't worry guys, okay? I've got taste, yeah? I think I've got taste anyway. Yeah. I'm going to try and do what I can to make sure that it all works out. It all sort of stays true to the naughty lass. You know, I've got to get a new barge pole at some point. I've got to replace certain things. Things are going to change. Things are going to get slightly newer over the years, and I certainly need to get painting again on the roof there and on the sides. So I'm always looking to upgrade this thing. It's had a new solar panel. That's brand new. No reflection off that because it's a different type than I had before. Similar sort of output. I still have to turn my fridge off in winter. Everybody thinks they've got taste. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right there. Hey. Right, so yes, I was just talking about, yes, I'd like to commission someone to make up a naughty lass themed stained glass window from a porthole in the back here. Or maybe I could do two of them, a pair, I don't know. Just one for the moment would be great. Sign writing, I like doing myself. You know, I like the DIY effect that I've got on my boat, because everything I do on my own, don't I? My CD that I'm bringing out. Sorry to come back to that again, but I am pushing it. I am going to be pushing it. I've designed that myself. Made all the music myself. Made all these videos myself. I'm doing this live stream just on my own, so it makes sense that the lettering, I've made up my own font for it. So, but I love it. I do love it when people offer their help. It's so nice. Unless they suddenly go, right now that's 500 quid. Cheers. Well, we've all got to make money, haven't we? Look at this. Can I just turn the camera slightly over to the left? I love this view. Beautiful. But I've just got to make sure, whilst we're doing this lovely view, I've got to aim the boat at a certain point by the lock. The Bull's Nose, it's called. It's just a part of the island, middle of the island, to the left of the actual lock gate. Because there's quite a strong flow that comes across. You can get stuck on this. sign where it says all boats this way. Well, it says all boats. It doesn't say this way, it says all boats with an arrow going off to the right. This is it, Cranfleet Lock. Today we're flying a Ukrainian flag, no doubt to pay tribute to what the country's going through, especially in recent news. I try not to listen to the news, try not to watch the news, but that's something you cannot escape, isn't it? Tragedy of war. But yeah, I didn't expect to see that actually, but they're flying. This is the Nottingham Yacht Club that's based at this lock here. I don't remember seeing any yachts though. Perhaps they're out of sight, or just around the corner. But this is where they have their little base anyway. So here we are. Myself and almost 300 other people are about to reach Cranfleet Lock on the River Trent. It's been a bit of a mission. It's taken, what, about an hour and 40 minutes to travel about 2 or 3 miles upstream, just after the river has come out of flood. But it's been such a lovely day, the weather's been fantastic. It's just so nice to be out again. If I can just aim my boat for that sign ahead of me. Let's turn the camera. Although that is a beautiful sight, I'm going to turn the camera so we can see dead ahead of us. Come on. Oh, you can really feel the boat gets thrown around by the flow that's all coming over from over this side. It's all smacking into this bit here, so you've got to be really careful. I'll check the miles that I've done in a minute, mate. I'm just trying to concentrate. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Oh. I'm so in tune with my boat, it feels like I'm also pushing. I'm willing this thing on. Come on, naughty lass. We're almost there. Even if something wrongs, we can somehow slam into the side and tie up, can't we? There's someone at the lock. You can see waiting there. You can walk around this area, so there's often people walking past. I don't think there'll be a lock keeper on today, but I might be wrong. But I'm happy to do all the work. Because it is electric. And it keeps you warm, doesn't it, if you can do all the leg work. There we go. Still aiming for that bit there, but I'm actually about to slow down. Here we go. Slow it down a bit. Wow. And we're off. We're almost off the river. Almost. Well, almost off the main flow. Headed to the cut. So this is the bit where it becomes canalised after this lock. And it's magic. Here we go. I've got a wave there. Whoever that is there, I don't know yet. We shall find out. Oh, he's saying I can go straight through. That's even better. Although obviously I do like tying up and going for it, you know, pushing the gates open myself. But perhaps they're trying to get their boat through, I don't know. Either way, the lock's in our favour. The water's the same level for me, this side. There's a chap who's running around frantically. I hope he doesn't think that I'm in a rush. I am sort of in a rush. I won't be able to stop for too long. But you can never really be in a rush on a narrow boat, can you? He's just getting round so he can open that gate before I smash into it. He's done it just in time. Woo! Well done, matey. Well done. I can see that. Shall I just go on the right hand side, you think? I'll be right on the right, won't I? Yeah, come on. We'll see, it'll move. Steel versus wood. Here we go. Look at this lock. Lovely. Oh no, I've hit the bit of wood. I think we're going to crash slightly because I've hit that big old log. Look at this one, that branch. It's falling in. And we've got our friend here who's closing the locks. Brilliant. Right, I'm just going to leave you on the roof there. Hopefully help out, but you'll hear me as I take my mic with me. Just need to get to the ladder. So I might use my boat hook actually. I've got a boat hook. No, not well. I love doing it myself because you get warm again, don't you? So I've been stuck there doing nothing at the back, but it has been a nice sunny trip though, at least. Yeah, appreciate it though, pal. Hey up, pal. Keep calling people pal now. Terrible. It's all duck round here. You call people duck. Hey up, duck. And that's come. I looked into that. Why do people call other people duck? I'll tell you another time. Yeah. It's from the old word for duke, so it's respect. It's showing respect, really. I don't know if even local people know that, but that's what I looked into it, and that's what it was. I'm just dragging this log back if I can, so it's behind my boat. Ugh. I'm just trying to move that away. Right, so this is what I was going to do with the boat hook, just pull myself in. There we go. I've got a really noisy dog, an excited dog. Excuse me. Right. Don't need a windlass because they've already got them built in to these locks. Right. Now you're going to hear me having random conversations with people, so bear with. Starting to feel the cold now, but I'm going to get working on these locks and that will warm me up. I don't want to get too close to the front there because I've left my flaps open, guys. Right at the front on the cratch cover, I've left them open. The doors are shut, but they're... Right, mate, thank you so much for that.
The log can almost do itself. Oh.
He'll do it, won't he?
Very well.
I'll get as far as I can. I'll head on to the River Store next, yeah. So
Oh, nice.
maybe Kegworth today, I'm not sure. What do you reckon? I've not got any notices on my emails, but I haven't checked actually for the last hour or so.
So is it old hand now? Single-handed?
Not so, no. I mean, I've not been doing anything for the last 4 weeks, so you always have to start all over again. And you have to take everything.
Do you want me to open
No,
it?
not at all. No, I'll do it all myself. Thank you. Because it's going to be like one at a time anyway. I think it'll be this side, but we'll see. These are gate paddles, aren't they? These are gate paddles, aren't they? Right.
I always try to work out which one you let down first. And
Yeah.
This
This is
one,
it.
then lower.
This is always the problem, because if it was a ground paddle, I would probably go that side.
Exactly that. So I think these go first and then the biggies.
The middle one. These.
think
So
so.
we've got 4, haven't we? 4 4 gate paddles. Sorry. Right. Any local boaters watching this? I'm doing a live video.
Oh,
And any.
I've never been through.
Yeah. Well, so
I'm more
anyone's watching this who has been through, will be like, oh no, you don't do it like that. Right. But as you said, this lock fills up on its own.
Oh, it does fill up a lot quicker though.
Okay.
It's got to be gentle. You have a good day.
Thanks so much. What was your name?
Simon.
Simon, thanks so much. Cheers. All right. Robbie. Yeah. Well, you might. I'm currently broadcasting on YouTube. Robbie Cumming is the channel name if you want to watch what's going on. Yeah. I'll give you a wave past your boat. Thank you. It's funny. I get recognised all the time, but sometimes people are not really sure why they recognise me. It's great. Just leads to a lot of confusion though. That's a lot stronger than I want it. So I'm going to shut that down. I've loosely tied the rope on and it's a bit too loose now. It's nice not having to carry a windlass with me everywhere I go. They're all built into every single paddle. Fantastic. I've tied that rope on because it's not a very strong rope. Well, it's just a centre line, and this is a potentially a lot of water. You could just open all these up, and then I don't know what would happen. The rope would snap. The boat would just go like that. Everything inside would get broken. You just got to take it really easy. But here we are, made it. Complete lock. On the way. Let's take a fag break now. No, I don't smoke. Sorry, mate. Got a cigarette, mate, now. Sorry, mate, don't smoke. Sorry. The thing is about living on a boat on your own, it does tend to take its toll on your sanity. And also getting older, you just don't give a fuck. Sorry to swear, but also not sorry. That's the point. I'm swearing. 1872 is the date that's chipped into the stone right on this lot. I'm just giving you some history. Yeah, you like that, don't you? So there we go, 1872. Not as old as you might think, but also not as new as some of the additions to this waterway. But this is one of the only locks on this river, I think, that's manual. I don't remember if there are any other ones that have been manual. I think this is the only one. Might be wrong about that. I can't see all your comments on the chat, so I have no idea what people are saying. But here we are, Cranfleet Lock. And right next to Cranfleet Lock, so for boaters, if you're a boater, there's facilities here. Well, there's a tap, and there's some bins. And that's about it really, there's no toilet emptying. There's a picnic area. And there's the sort of clubhouse for Nottingham Yacht Club, which you'll see in a bit when the boat comes up high enough. If you're wondering why am I not opening out all these paddles, well, I don't really need to. There's enough coming through the centre, and I've let out a little tiny bit through this one, which is sending the water off over to this side. But I am going to experiment a little bit here, see what happens when I open this one. Here we go. Just a little bit. That's just a tiny smidgen. That's very controlled, that's good. It's not done much. So let's choose another one now. What about that one? Let's see what happens when I do this. So I've been through this lot a couple of times, but it still doesn't mean I know what I'm doing. And also, as you get your boat to the middle of these locks, so they're half full with water, the volume beneath your boat changes. And also the level at which, I mean, these gate paddles, you can see them. I don't know if you can actually, but I can see them. So there's lots more turbulence than when if you get to a certain level, they're all underwater then. The way the water moves changes. Right, I'm going to shut that one down. That's not great. It's not really doing anything for me. I'm going to try this one. Right, I haven't got a clue either, don't worry. Do you know about this club then? Where are all the yachts? Where are they keeping the yachts?
No idea, I know what you mean. Idea. Every time we come past them, we
Yeah, it must be like somewhere over there, and this is just the nearest clubhouse or something. I don't know.
There is one
Yeah.
there, but it's more. I thought that was more rowing actually than yachting. But,
Good point. Yeah, I don't know.
We must get on the river somewhere.
Yeah, I guess so.
You see yachts on now, really, do you? They're not allowed to go there.
No. Yeah, because that's the weirs over there that way, isn't it? But it's very fast flowing. I struggle to get here myself. But
Yeah, but there is a pontoon there, so I presume there's somehow to get them there.
well, that's landing pontoon. So that's where you either coming out this lock, you tie up there, or if you're coming in, you tie up there.
Right, okay.
So it's not for mooring. It says no mooring on it. Yeah. But I don't know about sailing.
No, I
And
don't.
you don't see sailboats anymore.
No, not.
Maybe back in the days, you know, you'd have Trent barges
Yeah.
with huge sails on,
Yeah.
but no, not.
Are you taking this?
Oh, well, this is going to Loughborough.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So yeah. I don't know if I'll get there today, but over the weekend, hopefully.
Yeah.
You're very patient, I think, when you're on a...
Yeah, you can't rush it. Yeah, you just have to sort of enjoy the whole experience. or whatever. Yeah.
It's a lovely spot, this,
Sorry, what is that?
it's a lovely spot. Lovely
Yeah.
spot, this,
It is. Yeah, I can't wait to go and see it in a minute.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. So I take my time, but I also can't wait. Just a walking oxymoron, or just a moron. Bit more. My golden rule for filling locks is that when I boat, or opening paddles, when the boat roof gets to the same level as the sides, you know, where those bollards are, those dolly bollards thingies, that's when I'll just let them all up. So as soon as that roof gets the same level, I'm just let in all the water. And that usually works. This is interesting. You're now seeing, I don't know what's going on in terms of physics, but you're now seeing the change in flow of water a little bit. Oh, thank you very much, thank you. Oh, get those views up, lovely, yeah. Yeah, I bet you like that one, yeah. Thank you, thanks very much. Right. Let's try this one again. Then I'm going to retie that rope because that's a bit slack now. It's up Slack Alley. Also, I remember last time I went through this lock, it just wanted to go over that side, so should we see what happens? Let's just see what happens to the boat. Where does it want to go to? Oh, we want to go forward. Okay. Better stop that. I don't know, let's just go with the flow. Let's see what happens here. I've got the rope in my hand, so if it goes too fast in any direction, I can just tie it off. There is a ginormous log all the way along the side of the boat though, stopping the back end from going in, but still a bit jackknifed across the canal there, a bit diagonal style. Never mind. Yeah, it's not a very accurate science experiment this, because there's a log on the side that's just stopping flow of water and also creating a gap so the boat can't even get to the side. Almost there. You're watching Cumming on Canals. Not that. No. That's another show. You're watching slow television. Canals.com. Is there a canals.com? Canalvideos.com. Should have bought that up years ago. Whoa, what's going to happen? It's quite nice if the nose of the boat is like just in the middle there. That's quite nice. So then you can just send water down each side. Water. Here, where are you from? pretty much going for it now. We're almost there. We're past the dangerous bit, you know, when it's in the bottom of the lock. I'm going to take a break, take a lunch break in a minute. So I think what we'll do is get the boat out of its lock. I'm going to take you past a lot of other boats that are permanently moored here and tie up at the visitor moorings, have a snack before I can head on to the River Soar. Which I will do for the live stream tomorrow, I think. Somewhere on the River Soar. Right, the boat is just wanting to go over that side now. And the same thing happened if you watch my video on YouTube. I think it's the one that says I've got a new job. If you look for the one with where I'm doing this and I'm going, I've got a new job or something like that. It's off that video. And I remember it did exactly the same thing, it just wanted to go over that side. Ugh. I'm just trying to return this back to the position it started off in, right at the back here. So I've always got it in hand. And then we're not far off opening the gates. I'm going to have a little toilet break, but I will leave my microphone out here. So let me know if anyone steals it, okay? Or steals my phone. Because iPhone 14 Pro Maxes are like gold dust. So yeah, please let me know if anyone steals it. Back in a mo. I'm back from the toilet.
How far are you planning on getting today?
I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know. Kegworth, do you reckon?
Pardon?
Kegworth.
Kegworth, okay.
What do you think? Are you about
Yeah, so I'm just on my left down here.
Oh, sweet.
You can't get away from beach. You've been stuck there for a while, haven't you?
There is that feeling, yeah, you just sort of want to get going.
Just drive your margin.
But at the same time, I've enjoyed being there, you know.
I mean, we're not continuous cruisers, but even just having the pub levels the way we are, you just get cabin fever, you just want to move again.
It's the not being able to move, yeah, that's right, yeah. It's that we're all sold that freedom, and if you can't have it, then yeah, it's annoying.
I was going to say, if you weren't going as far as Kegworth, Steamboat goes up there, you're pub.
Yeah, oh, there's so many pubs that I need to stop off,
Yeah.
I've been told. But I've also been told,
More, you'd never get anywhere.
well, yeah, and I've also been told by various physicians, lay off the beer, mate. Too much beer. But, you know, I love a pub, I love a good pint,
Yeah.
so just got to see what you can do. But almost there on this lock, I think. What do you reckon? A bit more to go.
I think you might be.
There's a enormous log there that I might actually try and get out now, whilst I'm here, with some rope. If we can. Do you fancy it as a mission? If I hand you this boat hook, where is it? Oh, it's all the way down there. We'll see if this rope can do it. It is a big log though, so I don't know. Yeah, I think one of us will need the boat hook. But then this will stop this sort of problem happening for other people. Oh, right. It's not great, this one,
I was going to say,
but
I wonder whether.
I can use that and the rope together. Might work. Oh yeah, well that's perfect. that is what you need, a ginormous pitchfork. And if I can help you out with some rope pulling as well, there I can just get it around that one. I can just sink the rope underneath that bit.
Let me grab that bit with you.
Right. Yeah, there we go. Come on. There we are, a bit of exercise for the day. Yeah, you got it, mate. Oh yeah. Remove that thing. And we have unfortunately caused a little bit of damage. That will go straight back in there, but yeah, yeah, it does go back straight in there. Probably, yeah, that was probably like that anyway, wasn't it? Yeah. Oh well. Maybe we didn't do that bit. But the log's out. I don't know what kind of wood that is.
Oh, you know you want to take it with you.
But there's no way I'm taking that with me. But someone might
We'll
come
get
along
rid
and
of it,
chop it
yeah.
up, yeah. There we go. Good deed done for the day. That'll do. Right, let's open these gates then. Shall I? Yeah, we can open both, I suppose. Yeah, I could do.
If you jump over to
I'll go the other side, yeah.
You can go on your way and I'll shut them behind you.
When was the last boat that came through here? Do you know? Or?
I've not seen one this side of Christmas.
Oh, really?
I think there was one this morning though, but
Going that way, or?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
I saw them earlier on.
it worked, so.
Right. This is the first lock gate I've opened this year. Here we go. Oh, I'm completely out of practice. But as I said yesterday, went to the physio, sorted me out, but before I went in, couldn't even lift a bag of coal. I was just like, back was gone. Much better today. Here we go. Now wind down the paddles. Thanks very much. What's your name, by the way?
Tom.
Tom, thanks so much, Tom.
No problem.
Yeah, cheers, dude. And I hope you can, yeah, at least get your boat out sometime and
Yeah.
have a little jolly. Right, I think I might moor up beyond you and just have a little something to eat before heading on, I think. Yeah. So I need some crew, don't I, to get me sandwiches and tea and all that sort of stuff. Or coffee, rather. Oh, yeah, a cup of coffee would go down well. Alright, push the boat out.
To be honest, with how busy it is, you probably take on a lot landing there if you want.
Yeah, well, perhaps I should just tie up there anyway so I can come back and close the gate.
Well, I'll go get it if you don't want to. Without noise, dog.
Oh, shall I leave the gates open then?
Yeah,
Is he'll shut them?
That's all the gates.
Alright, man. Thanks, Tom.
Good journey.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thanks for letting us out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, hopefully someone will chop that up and put on the fire, unless it's something like willow. What do you reckon?
Wood's
Yeah. Wood's wood, right, yeah. Cheers, pal. We got through it. Let's turn the camera around so you can see the lovely people that have helped us. There you go, got both of them either side. And the dogs as well. That's the Nottingham Yacht Club. An RNLI boat on the side of it. It's one of the charities I support every year, RNLI. I don't do anything for them, I just give them a bit of pocket money, but that's odd to see that there. Water point, oh, I should really fill up water, but I'm not so, I've got half a tank left, I can go to the next one. Toilet tank I could do with emptying, but it's alright as well. It's not too bad. Right, let's turn the camera around and I can read some of your comments. So sorry to have missed for the whole video, almost. Wood's wood. That was not my words, but the words of Tom at that lock, just there. Like Tom of Cranfleet Lock. Whereas to me, I would not go near willow with a barge pole unless I was making a barge pole out of it. Actually, probably not very good for that, is it? The ash, it's most, I don't know, ash is good wood for that. But then it's also good wood for burning. Oh my God. But yes, as Craig says, we have watched you pump your poo before. It wasn't just poo, Craig, it was wee as well. Imagine that. Yeah, thanks, Jason. Very good. Oh, this is a lovely mooring. Very secluded. And yeah, everyone's helpful and friendly in Nottingham. Most of the people I've met anyway. And I did get my phone stolen, so obviously the person who stole my phone in a pub, they weren't very helpful. But yeah, you stopped people stealing the phone from on top of my roof, so at least I'm happy with that. Thank you, cheers. I think what I'm going to eat in a minute is probably going to be something like a peanut butter, banana, and if I've got any, jam sandwich. I haven't got any bread. I haven't got any fresh bread, so I don't know what I'm going to do there. Might just have a salad. That's right, guys. Well, a tin of mixed beans with some fish, like a tinned salmon or something like that. Because I'm posh, so I have to have salmon. You know, I don't have fresh food a lot of time in winter because you just don't know what the weather's going to do. But yeah, something quick like a tinned salad would be genius, I reckon. But yeah. Oh, look at that sun. The way the sun merges into the sky like that. Yes, Craig. So there's nothing wrong with a bit of processed food. Well, when you really need it. I don't need a chef, so I've got myself. On days when I'm not busy, I do love just cooking away in the boat. And salad is something that I think people hate because it's boring the way they make it, but not the way I make it. I absolutely cover it in all sorts. But look at this. The scenery we've got here. This is just absolutely perfect. How still the water is. Beautiful. I'm just going to shut up, let you enjoy it while I moor up just next to this boat. There is a level in my water tank. It's really basic. It's a tube that comes off that's you just open the valve and it sends water through and shows you the level at which it's at. But I can't really tell about my wastewater tank unless the boat's just tipping to one side. But yeah, we're coming to the end of the live stream now. So thanks so much for joining. I'm just going to tie up the boat and say goodbye, I think. But I'll probably leave the camera running for a bit after I've said goodbye. No bow for us to hear, Peter. I don't see the point of them, but I would say that because I haven't got one. Thanks so much for joining. Thank you. Cheers. Right then. Oh, it's all rings. That's good. I thought I was going to have to bang some pins in. I think that'll be it for today. Enough streaming in it for today, but I will probably move the boat on a little bit more if I can, which is why I'm having a salad for lunch. It's a very late, is it a late lunch? Well, it's 25 past 2, so it's a little bit late by about 2 hours. I normally have lunch quite early. Well, it depends how early I start in the day. I've been going to bed very late recently. getting into that bad habit of going to bed late when you've got nothing to get up for. But I'm on a mission now, and that's it. Make the most of the sunlight. All right. Centre line there. Oh, I might have to get the pin out for this one. Because I cannot see any other mooring rings. I can see one there, but not one up there. God, I only need one. Surely there's one further ahead. This is always a problem when you're mooring up. You can't see until you get there. Where is that? Oh man. Nope. Nope, there's nothing there. There's a bit of wood, I'll have that there. Kindling. Massive shout out to my mate Nev, by the way. Bought me 2 huge bags of the most perfect kindling. So Nev's the guy that helped me kit out the boat last winter and taught me about axe and knife throwing. What a legend. And if he's not really watching this, but he's got better things to do. But yeah, cheers Nev. Thanks again. Right, I've somehow drifted back a little bit. I'm just going to tie up on that ring there, just with my middle centre line, and that's it. Job done, isn't it? You can just tie it around the ring, but I think it's better to tie it on your boat again, like this. And I've got a nice rail there. Not every boat has a rail like that, but I have. So I'm going to do that. And that's all I need for half an hour. And it's on again. There we go. Thanks so much for watching. I'll say a very quick goodbye now, and yeah, catch you again tomorrow, hopefully about 12 noon UK time. All right, take it easy. Bye.